You are standing at the threshold of decisions that will shape your life, not tomorrow, not someday, right now. Every choice you make creates your reality. And the way you treat your work isn't just about your career, it's about who you are becoming. If you believe that success comes only through sacrifice and constant burnout, then you've already started to lose. Work is not just a way to earn money. It's a tool you use to sculpt your version of yourself. But if you think success is built only through self-denial and the destruction of everything else that makes life whole, you've already lost the essence of it. Hard work is not measured in hours spent at a desk. It's measured in the quality of your presence, in your ability to focus so deeply that time fades away. It's a state where your mind, your body, and your purpose move in perfect harmony. Most people confuse busyness with productivity. They spin like hamsters in a wheel, creating the illusion of motion, yet remain stuck in the same place. True hard work begins with clarity. You must know why you wake up every morning, not just to pay bills, not just to impress others, but to create something meaningful, to leave a mark, to become someone you're proud of when you look in the mirror at the end of the day. When you have that clarity, work stops feeling like a burden. It becomes an expression of your values, a way to activate your potential, and effort flows naturally because you're not forcing yourself to do what you hate. You're giving yourself to something you believe in. But here's the thing. Even the most important work in the world should never consume you entirely because you're not a machine. You're human. And humans have needs that go far beyond professional accomplishments. You have a body that needs movement and recovery, a mind that needs silence and reflection, a soul that longs for beauty, meaning, and depth. Balance isn't a mathematical formula. It's not about spending exactly 8 hours working, 8 hours sleeping, and 8 hours on everything else. Balance is the art of living a full life. It's the ability to be fully present in whatever you're doing in the moment. When you work, work with your whole heart. When you're with family, be truly with them. When you rest, rest without guilt or distraction. The problem with today's world is that we live in a state of constant divided attention, physically at work, but mentally at home. Physically at home, but mentally still working. We're never fully present anywhere, and that means we're not truly living anywhere either. Your energy is your most valuable resource, more precious than time, more precious than money. Because without energy, time becomes empty, and money loses its meaning. Energy is the force that breathes life into everything you do, and it's not infinite. It needs renewal. Those who achieve extraordinary things understand this. They know when to go all in and when to pull back and replenish. They understand that intensity is more important than duration. It's better to work 4 hours with complete focus than to spend 12 in a fog of distraction. Your body is not just a transport device for your brain. It's a complex, intelligent system that affects every aspect of your performance. When you neglect your physical well-being, you undermine your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and handle stress. Movement is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Proper nutrition is not just pleasure, it's fuel for your internal engine. Sleep is not lost time. It's not a meaningless pause between your heroic work efforts. It's the foundation of tomorrow's clarity, efficiency, and strength. During sleep, your brain doesn't shut down. It goes to work on a deeper level. It processes the day's events, filters what matters, strengthens neural connections, and transforms fleeting information into lasting knowledge. It repairs, adjusts, and renews. Those who consistently lack sleep don't just become tired. They lose the ability to think deeply, to plan strategically, to feel intuitively. They function at a fraction, sometimes a tenth, of their true potential, without even realizing what they could be if they were fully restored. Relationships are not a distraction. They're not obstacles on the path to your goals. They're the foundation without which that path becomes fragile and dangerous. We weren't created for isolation. We are wired for connection, for warmth, for presence, for shared life, love, friendship, closeness. These are not weaknesses. They are sources of strength. They bring us back to ourselves, help us carry the weight, and give meaning even to the hardest seasons. When you sacrifice connection for one more hour of work, you steal from yourself the very thing that makes life vibrant. An unhappy person may complete tasks, but they cannot truly create, inspire, or build with fire in their eyes. True productivity flows from a heart that is full, not empty. Time for reflection is not procrastination. It's not weakness. It's the sacred space of awareness. In the chaos of tasks, goals, meetings, and deadlines, we lose our sense of direction. You can move fast, but in the wrong direction. Moments of stillness, when you let yourself pause and ask, "Where am I going?" are not a luxury. They are a necessity. They are how you check your compass, realign your path, and avoid losing yourself in the details. Stopping doesn't slow down your growth. It steers it. Creativity and play are not for the idle. They are a source of life force. They are fuel for ideas, solutions, and breakthroughs. In play, flexibility is born. In art, intuition awakens. In free thinking, something new emerges. When you allow your mind to relax, it begins to connect the dots that once seemed unrelated. Some of the greatest discoveries and most profound decisions didn't come in meeting rooms. They came during walks, in stillness, in dance, in childlike wonder. Human genius needs not only focus but also freedom. Discipline is not violence against yourself. It is maturity. It's the ability to choose long-term well-being over instant gratification. It is respect for your goals, for your time, for your life. But true discipline isn't just about action. It's also about boundaries. It's the ability to stop, the strength to say enough at the right moment. It's the wisdom to decline one more project if it threatens your health or your relationships. It's the choice to turn off your phone and look into the eyes of those you love. This is not weakness. This is a wisdom that must be practiced. The fear of failure is a trap, and even the best fall into it. Out of fear of losing everything, people squeeze themselves dry, working beyond their limits. They believe that if they stop, everything will collapse. But that's an illusion of control. In reality, it is the overload, the lack of rest, the absence of recovery, and constant anxiety that lead to the very collapse they fear. Burnouts, breakdowns, and mistakes don't happen because of too little effort, but because of too little balance. True success is sustainable. It is not built on bursts of energy, but on steady habits. On the ability not just to rise, but to remain at altitude. It's the art of staying productive, not for a day, not for a week, but for years, even decades. To do that, you must understand your limits and respect them. Work within your capacity, not against it. The people who build great things know how to pace themselves. They know how to distribute their energy to stay in the game for the long run. The world keeps asking for more speed, more flexibility, more tasks. But you must be the one who knows how to stop and ask, is this really necessary? Is this truly mine? Wisdom is not about obeying every demand. It is about discernment, being able to tell what is truly urgent from what is simply loud, what is genuinely important from what is just pressing. The ability to prioritize, to separate signal from noise, is what distinguishes real leaders from those who merely react to chaos. Your worth is not your productivity. You are not a sum of projects, not a list of accomplishments, not a number in a bank account. You are more. You are a living being with joy and sorrow, dreams and doubts, and a soul that longs for meaning, not just results. When you embrace this, you become free. You stop proving yourself. You start living. Work is a tool, not the meaning of life. Yes, it matters. Yes, it can inspire, give purpose, and bring fulfillment. But it's just a part of the great canvas of your existence, not the whole painting. When work begins to occupy all the inner space, pushing out other sides of your being, it becomes not a source of strength, but a fragile place. In that state, a single failed project, a single bad email, one external crisis, and your whole identity begins to crack. You no longer know who you are without results. You can't remember what silence feels like when there are no tasks, no deadlines, no wins. But you have a choice. You can build a different foundation, a life with many anchors, not just one. A life rich in meaning and experience, filled with people who make you feel safe to be yourself. A life filled with beauty that inspires and simple joys that restore. Spaces where you're allowed to be vulnerable. Games where you forget about time. Prayers and stillness where you touch eternity. When your life becomes layered, like a great piece of music, no storm from the outside can shake the walls within, because inside you've already built a fortress, not of steel, but of truth, love, creativity, and balance. Remember, you're playing the long game. You're not here to prove your worth in a month, not here to burn out just to impress. You're here to build a life that one day you'll look back on and say, "This was mine. I chose it with my heart." Victories come and go, markets shift, algorithms change, but the habits you form now, they leave a deep imprint. The habit of being honest with yourself even when it's uncomfortable. The habit of treating your body as a temple, not a machine. The habit of recovering not when permitted, but when needed. The habit of choosing with awareness, not with haste. These are the bricks. This is how the story of your maturity is built. Start today. Not with someone else's expectations, not with trends or borrowed paths. Start with your own truth. Ask yourself, what matters to me? What brings me alive? Find your rhythm. Not the one on magazine covers, but the one where you feel truly alive. Build a system of work and life in which you don't burn out. You bloom like a tree in spring. Learn to filter the noise. Learn to hear yourself through the clutter and the marketing. Learn to say yes only to what truly nourishes, strengthens, inspires. And learn to say no firmly, gently, without guilt. Because your life deserves clear boundaries. Your life is a work of art, not a rough sketch, not a random scribble, but a full living canvas crafted from your feelings, your choices, your actions, and your dreams. And you are its author, its architect, its sculptor, the one and only true creator. Each morning you wake up as a fresh sheet, a blank canvas, giving you the opportunity to change something, to add, to reveal. Every single day is a brushstroke, one that can bring color or cast shadow. And every decision, even the ones that seem small or trivial at first, is a line that shapes the direction of the whole composition. Don't fear the blank canvas. Don't be intimidated by the emptiness from which all things begin, because it's in that emptiness that freedom is born. Make your painting bold. Don't hold yourself back with the limits of others' expectations. Make it deep. Let your story be felt in every layer. Make it alive, filled with real emotion, with struggle, with light, with doubts, with victories. Work not just out of duty, but with soul, with presence, with devotion. But don't dissolve completely into your work. Don't lose yourself in the endless pursuit of results. Your worth is not measured by your achievements. It is rooted in your being. Live fully, not in fragments, but as a whole. Strive for growth, for movement, for new horizons and peaks. But remember, no height matters if, in the process, you lose your connection to yourself. Don't forget about stillness, about that inner quiet, not a sign of weakness, but the birthplace of strength. Don't detach from the ground beneath your feet. Your roots are there, and without roots, even the most beautiful tree won't stand for long. Learn to be not only in motion, but in rest. Learn to pause, to feel, to reflect, to listen. Because it's in those pauses that true awareness is born. Learn to find joy not just in the outcome, but in the journey itself. This may be one of life's most essential skills, to live not waiting for the finale, but within the process, in the movement, in every single step. Don't postpone your life for later, for when it's done, when it's perfect, when you've earned it. Perfect doesn't exist. The perfect moment is now. It's you, breathing, moving, trying, loving, making mistakes, getting up again. Rejoice in the simple things. The morning light at your window, the sound of your footsteps, the laughter of people you love, the inspiration that comes unexpectedly. Be grateful even for your mistakes, because they mean you're trying. Celebrate your falls, because every fall holds a beginning, and rise again and again and again. Time is your ally. If you treat it with respect, it will work for you. Don't chase it. It's not your enemy. It's not slipping away. It's waiting to be understood. Collaborate with it. Learn to listen to its rhythm. Use it not to exhaust yourself in a race, but to grow, to evolve, to become the person you were always meant to be. Energy is your precious resource, no less important than time, and perhaps even more. Because without energy, even a whole day becomes empty. Protect it. Don't waste it on what drains you. Direct it toward what gives something back, toward what is meaningful. Energy is like breath. It must be replenished. Don't wait until you're depleted. Allow yourself rest, renewal, and inspiration. Life is your partner. If you move in harmony with it, it's not against you, it's for you. But it asks for your attention. It requires sensitivity. It calls you to look not only forward, but inward. To give thanks, not just for victories, but for the lessons along the way, because those lessons shape the strength of your character. This is your path. No one else can walk it for you. This is your opportunity, not just to exist, but to truly live. And this is your power, to choose your way consciously, not blindly, not on autopilot, but with a clear heart, with open eyes, and with deep respect for the person you are becoming.